Welcome back, everyone. Change your perspective, change your awareness, change your life. I'm Dr. Michelina, hashtag that felon doctor, and I am going to talk to you about one of the 7 ways in which we grow. And I'm the one who says that we grow in 7 ways, okay? That's a Michelina thing. So when I was teaching, I used to tell my students, I was like, okay, we grow physically, mentally, emotionally, and that wasn't enough. I've gone through a whole crap ton of transformational crap, and I realized there's more to it than just that. So yes, we grow physically, emotionally, and mentally, but we also grow intellectually, spiritually, financially, and sexually. And so I'm gonna go through all of those, how they're different, how you can grow in them. And this, if nothing else, might be the most important stuff that I ever teach you, because we are so busy focusing on everything else and everyone else that we're never actually focused enough on ourselves, and all the different ways in which we grow and all the different ways we can control that. So physically is the first, it's the easiest one to see, right? Physically, I'm 33. Now, when I was teaching, I was like, okay, physically, guys, I'm 27. Emotionally, I'm probably 10. Mentally, probably 7. Like, I needed some mental fortitude, right? Then I went through a whole bunch of stuff that I went through, I'll talk about over the next couple days. And, I realized, like, I'm not the only one who was very disconnected. And science backs this, research backs this, right? That our emotional age, we park at the point of our pain. And so from 0 to 7, our brains are in theta state and we're just absorbing. 7 to 14, 14 to 21, all of our experiences are getting impacted and cemented. So if you haven't done any healing work from however old you are now, let's say 21, to however old, 45, 50, 60, 70, if you haven't done that work, you're still functioning emotionally and mentally out of a 0 to 21-year-old space. Physically, though, and we're talking about physically today, you can be 50 years old and you can look like a 50-year-old, right? Like, there's a lot that we just lose in the surface value of physicality, right? So I'm going to take myself. I am 33, right? 33 years old. And so physically, there are a lot of things that I can do to make myself my best self at 33. I did last year. So when COVID hit March 2020, from March 2020 to February 2021, I was living with my ex. New Jersey was in a lockdown. And your girl was eating a lot and not well. Like, I think I had a Coke float every night for like a month and a half. It was awful. So January 2021 came and I was like, holy hat, I am massive. Like, I am bigger than I've ever been in my life. If you go back to my old YouTube videos, because now we're at 100 videos or something. If you go back to the beginning when I started filming, you're gonna see the girl I like to affectionately call Michelina Meatball, honestly, because I was 168 pounds. Now, that is the weight I should be if I was carrying a child at 9 months. But your girl is 5'3". There's no time physically that I should ever be 168 pounds if it's just one person in this vessel. And I knew that. And I was getting roles in places that I'd never gotten roles in because I'd always been a 3-sport athlete. I'd always been very physically fit. And so when all that emotional damage from 2018, 2019 kind of hit me, plus the physical inactivity because like nothing was open and like couldn't do this, couldn't do that. When all that came to kind of like catch up to me, January 2021, I'm 168 pounds and I'm like, wow, this physical vessel needs some work. This physical vessel needs some work. And we tend to only pay attention to the physical vessel that needs work. So first thing is, have we mastered our physical? The answer for me was not at all. I was eating way too much sugar. I was way too much at like not exercising enough. Here's how you master your physical. Very easy. It is not hard. Take on a caloric deficit. This is what I did. Okay. This is what they say. Caloric deficit. If you want to maintain or lose, make sure you are burning more calories than you are eating them. Very simple math here, guys. Very, very simple. So, well, yes and no. Simple in concept, difficult in practice. So in order for me to burn more calories than I was eating them, I had to work out twice a day, every day for 75 days. I did a not very sustainable, but a sort of kick you in the butt, get some momentum going here, challenge called 75 Hard, which is actually a mental fortitude challenge. It's a mental discipline challenge, but it is a physical challenge as well. And so part of that challenge is you are working out 2 times a day for 45 minutes, and one of them is outside. And man, was my physical body screaming. Like, if you've never had to work out to lose weight, you don't know how physically taxing it can be. And I say that because now I've done both. I've done working out to maintain, and I've done working out to lose weight. And let me tell you, working out to lose weight is much less fun. And so, and what I've never done, for those of you who are watching this and who have done it, is try to build muscle so that I could like work out for a competition. Like, I'm not the girl, I'm not the one. So physical mastery, you need to master your body, what you put into it, how often you're interacting with it, like what is right for your body type. You need to know your physical self so well. Physical mastery also includes all things physicality. So take care of yourself in the ways you can take care of yourself. Do you have dry skin or oily skin? Right? That's a thing you should know about yourself. Unfortunately, your girl, I've got oily skin in one season and dry in another. Go figure, right? You should know the best way to maintain your hair. It's your hair, you know? Some people have it easier than others. I know that I had a friend growing up who had very curly hair, and her maintaining process was very different than mine. You know, you want to know how to play to your strengths, how to dress well for your body type. Like, I know me, I have a short torso and long legs. It doesn't look cute when I wear a crop top. Like, the style that's in with Gen Z, I can't do and never would and don't want to. You know what I mean? Physically master yourself. That's the easiest and the first place to start. Now, here's what happens. People physically master themselves and only pay attention to their physical. And it's like, yikes. That's only 1/7 of all that you have to check into. So we love a really attractive outer package. And attractive, by that I mean just mastering your physical to the best of your ability. Like, there are certain things you can't change and can't fix. You know, your face is pretty much your face. Yes, you can put makeup on it. Yes, you can put contacts in. Yes, you can get your hair done and your makeup on and your contour and your Botox and your fillers. And yes, you can manipulate what you got. 100% you can do that. But until you do that, and I'm not suggesting it, you get what you get and don't get upset. Like, you look the way you look, so just master and embrace it. Just own it, you know? And I say that as someone who is very au natural. Like, this hair's never been dyed. I let you guys see my pimples and they're not even pimples because I like pop myself, right? There are ways in which I've not mastered myself physically. I won't lie to you. Like, I have not mastered myself physically to not pick at myself. I have not. I'm very aware of that. I'm working on the mastery of it. You have to be aware. Everything, when I say mastery today and the next, week, what I mean is you're always working toward mastery. You're always mastering different parts of yourself. And if you're not actively paying attention to these things and you're not intentionally doing them, it's too easy, especially as you get older, physically especially, to backslide into bad habits. And so every single one of these 7 things takes time, because as I said yesterday, mastery means time. It takes time to master something. Nobody's mastered anything overnight. No prodigy. I saw something that I think it was Messi that said, and he was like, I became an overnight success. It took about 17 years and 114 days or something. And it was like, yeah, nobody's an overnight success. And so mastering your physical and all aspects of your physical health could take you the next 20 years. It really could take you the next 20 years. Mastering any aspect of yourself can take a whole hell of a lot of time. And the physical is just the easiest one to see. If you're somebody who has chronic health issues, right? Me talking about physical mastery is going to be really hard for you because you haven't mastered your physical yet. And hey, that is a tough thing because it's like, I have chronic pain. I have this disease I can't get rid of. I have this, I have that, I have that. Well, now the science is coming through that there are ways to heal all of these things with like vibrational frequencies and with, look up Dr. Rife from the 1930s. If you've got physical chronic ailments, look up Dr. Rife from the 1930s talking about vibrational frequency. Tesla talked about it too. It's this idea that, you know, you can understand everything in the universe by vibrational frequency. That's true of our bodies as well. The science is coming in now that people are getting aware of it. So physical health ailments are not necessarily the death sentence that modern day society and the medical companies and the pharmaceutical companies would have some people think that they are. And so there's that. There's also part of what we're doing at the school, Seasons and Science Academy, is having, we have a doctor who's an occupational therapist who like can bring you back to self through fascial work and a lot of really cool techniques and things like that. So physical health and physical mastery is, in some sense, it's the easiest one to see because you can physically see your body, you can physically see your health, you can physically see those things. And in some cases, for some people, it's going to be a really hard one to get yourself disciplined over because you discipline what goes into your mouth. You discipline what goes into your eyes. You know, like, what are you watching? You discipline what you listen to. I saw it today. It's like what you see and hear is what you become. So if you're not policing your devices, you're allowing that to come into you. If you're letting your 0 to 7-year-old watch anything, they're not even filtering, they're just consuming. And sometimes, you know, parents have to let their kids watch TV. Like, it's a good babysitter. I totally get that, and I'm not judging. I'm just saying, be mindful, right? Physical mastery, any mastery has to do with mindfulness practice. And we'll talk more about mental in the next couple days. But there's so much that we can do just with physical. Breath work, alignment. Like, there is so, our tissues store our issues. You have no idea how much physical healing can happen in physical mastery. And that's just 1/7 of all the ways in which we can grow and heal. And it's not just working out. So many things. And we're going to talk about all of them. So I hope that that's helpful. What I would love for you to think about is, where do you need to physically master yourself? Is it your weight? Is it what you watch? Is it what you listen to? Is it like your girl picking at yourself or biting your nails? I do that too when my nails aren't done, which I've been trying to not have them done so that I can work on this, you know, physically master my damn self, because the only thing you can control is you. All right, so I'm going longer than I wanted to. Sorry, guys. These might go a little long because I have a lot to say, lots of things to say about these. And like I said, this could be the most important stuff that you ever hear from me. So I hope that you like what you're hearing. I hope that this is of interest to you. And what I will do is bring you the next 6 over the next week. If you like what you're seeing, subscribe, hit the bell, comment below, grow the channel. And then I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.